To understand everything clearly, we have to go back to the very beginning, to the start of Memoria SMP. Back in early 2025, I had one simple idea. I wanted a Minecraft server where I could roleplay with my friends. And at the time, I was a huge fan of Dream SMP, and I loved the storytelling, characters, and relationships. Naturally, I wanted to create something inspired by that experience. However, I didn't want to do it alone. So I found someone who would become one of the most important people throughout the entire journey. Eli, the second owner. Together, we created Memoria SMP on February 28, 2025. I will admit that I handled a large portion of the server setup, but Eli was the one who came up with the name, Memoria SMP, and helped figure out the theme that would become the foundation of everything we built on the server. At the start, Memoria SMP was nothing more than a small server between me and my friends. It was a place where we could play Minecraft and create lore whenever we felt like it. There were no expectations, no pressure, just a group of people having fun. But eventually, activity began to slow down. The server became quieter, and it felt like something needed to change. Around the same time, I had started streaming more frequently, which led us to an important question. Should Memoria SMP become a content-based SMP? When we discussed this, content creation was never meant to be mandatory. People would still be free to play casually if they wanted to. The idea was simply to encourage content creation as a way to bring more activity and life back into the server. We opened the discussion to our moderators and server members. While some people were understandably against the idea, the majority felt like it would be a positive change. Our first TikTok was posted, and to our surprise, it gained far more attention than we ever expected. Suddenly, people were asking how to apply, we were getting notifications every minute, applications began pouring in. Memoria SMP became more active than it had ever been before. New friendships were formed, new stories were created, and for a while, it genuinely felt like everything was falling right into place. I would even go as far as saying that a large portion of my community today came from Memoria SMP, and I am forever grateful for that. But as time went on, small cracks began to appear. What initially seemed exciting and full of potential slowly became more complicated. At first, it was small issues, such as items being stolen, disagreements between members, and private drama behind the scenes. Then larger problems began to emerge. Managing everything became increasingly overwhelming, and eventually, the stress started to outweigh the enjoyment. I won't go into detail about every situation that happened. Some of it happened privately, and truthfully, there are many details I don't even remember due to my brain blocking them out. What I do remember is how my relationship with the server had changed. Something that had once been my passion slowly started to feel like a responsibility I was obligated to maintain. Instead of looking forward to working on Memoria SMP, I felt myself pressured by it. There was always something that needed attention, always another issue to solve, always another expectation to meet. At one point, the stress became too big that I even stepped down as an owner to head admin. The amount of pressure I was carrying simply no longer felt worth it. At the same time, I found myself struggling with something else. For months, I have wanted to create content as myself, Flowerly, not as Memoria Tommy that is based off of Dream SMP Tommy in it. I wanted to explore my interests, develop my own identity as a creator, and grow beyond the character I have been known for. The growth brought a bunch of new people, new personalities. Well, none of this is bad. It's actually natural, but I don't think owning a server of that scale is something I will ever be truly comfortable with. Then, after one more final private situation, Eli and I reached a decision. Memoria SMP will no longer continue as a content creation SMP. This does not mean that the server is ending. The server will remain online. Members can continue playing, creating lore, and making memories together. The only thing changing is that Memoria SMP will no longer operate as a content-focused project. And despite anything I've said about the difficult moments, I don't want this to be remembered as something negative, because there were so many good moments too. Memoria SMP gave me experiences that I would never have otherwise. It helped me improve as a content creator. It helped me form friendships. And most importantly, it helped me learn about myself. Through the server, I've learned what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy, where my limits are, and what I want for my future. I've learned that it's okay to ask others for help, and also that growth often comes with difficult experiences. I've learned that sometimes the healthiest decision is letting something go, rather than forcing it to stay the same. For all of that, I'm genuinely grateful. Thank you to every member, moderator, viewer, and friend who has been part of this journey. Thank you for every stream, every lore event, every laughter, every memory, and even every challenge that helped me grow. Memoria SMP may no longer be a content SMP, but it will always be an important chapter in my life. I truly hope we can continue creating memories together. Thank you, Memoria SMP. I love you all dearly.
Really, the truth is, I learned how to play Hypixel Skyblock with my feet, so I can do it while doing my homework.
Breed them.
Oh, you bloodhead! What are you doing to my biscuits? Oh, you fellow fluff! What the fluff are you doing to my bowl of water?
Dad, I'm not ready! I can't!
I can't either.
There's kind of a thunderstorm outside, you know?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Oh!
I heard that.
It was like right outside my window. There was a flash. Oh. This is my child. This is my child. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rough room. A rough room.
No, you had more. There were like four here.
Yeah, these four.
You had to be
these
crazy.
four.
And bye-bye. I love you all. Hello, can I stop streaming? Why is stop streaming not working? Hello?